In today's video, we're just going to be doing a spread of one character, and as I mentioned in my previous video, I did a rewatch of My Hero Academia. I started from season 1, watched it all the way up to the latest season, not including the one that is going to come out this year, to prep myself for the one that was coming out this year, because I had not watched a couple, or I think the last season, with the craziness that happened with Shoto and his family. And when I got to that part, oh my goodness, let's just say that definitely lots of tears were shed this show. Even though I knew what was happening a lot of the time, oh, it got me in the feels, guys, totally. And then I also watched the one of the movies that I didn't even watch, which that was a lot of fun. I wasn't expecting that, and I had to draw Deku in his latest outfit, his little rugged kind of looks like a grungy look. I guess we'll go with grunge look, grunge hero look, raggedy, almost kind of vigilante leaning, which I mean was kind of what he was doing, was going off on his own and doing stuff. I'm trying to keep it as minimally spoiler free as possible throughout this video. So if you haven't watched it, I would recommend watching it. It was a lot of fun, especially if you like hero movies and TV shows. I feel like My Hero is probably definitely up your alley. If you don't know anything about My Hero Academia, essentially it is about this world in which people have gained the ability to have quirks, is what they call it, which is their superpowers. And the main character, Deku, is one of the few people in this superhuman society that does not have a, or was not born with a quirk. There are still some people that don't have these quirks, Deku being one of them, but he still wants to be a hero. And it's kind of his journey in high school trying to achieve his particular dream. I'll just leave it at that. Definitely gets a little bit more complicated, as things do, but I really loved learning more about All for One in the latest season and his different abilities that he ends up learning about. I really enjoyed that in the manga as well. And then when I finished the final, or the not the final season, but the latest season, when I was doing my rewatch, I had to know what happened next. So I ended up finishing the entire rest of the manga. That's kind of been what my year's 2025 has been: rewatch, then binge, read stuff. That's kind of what happened with Solo Leveling for me. Even though I watched the first season to prep myself for the second season, and then I kind of waited for episodes to accumulate because I kind of want to binge it. So at this point, I think I've probably gotten, I think basically all the episodes are out. I would have to double check, but now I can binge it, so I'm looking forward to doing that. In this particular piece for the drawing, we'll get a little bit of drawing in this video as well. I wanted to try this new watercolor brush that I saw another artist using, and that they created, and I really liked the effect that it was doing, and I wanted to do like more watercolory stuff, and I like this one better than the water brush that I was usually using for my watercolor-ish drawings. So I wanted to try it out with this particular piece, and I've been really having a lot of fun with this particular brush. I have experimented with it in a few pieces going forward, and it's been a lot of fun. So I would highly recommend, if I can find where I got it from, I will link it in the description for you guys to check out as well. I just really like the effect it gives, and there's different levels. So like there's a really light wash of it, and then the one that I use the most often is the one that's a little bit more opaque. And then there's this one brush that kind of like really acts like water's moving around on the digital canvas, which I don't really use that one very often, but it's kind of fun having it. And then I don't remember what brush I used for the line art, but I think it was a brush within the watercolor pack or another brush the same artist created, so it like would match. So I think my favorite part of this particular drawing was doing Deku's eyes, where it's like the blue is surrounding the like whites of his eyes and like it's covering his face. That like was like one of my favorite parts of this. And then of course doing the little like wounded look as well was fun. And I am looking forward to finishing up the anime and seeing how they convert that from the manga to animation. Well, thank you guys for watching, and let me know who you want to see me draw next.